Okay, today on the show, I have a returning guest, Mr. David Weiss, that you remember from the Flat Earth podcast. How are you doing today, man?
I am doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, since we've last been chatting, I've seen like a lot of your interviews, and you're under pressure in these interviews just to kind of get the facts, figures, and things that you believe in across to people. But I want to kind of know about you, the man, today. So you can sit back and relax for a change. How does that sound?
Well, okay, I'm down. It
Yeah,
sounds
you're
good.
down. Okay, so basically what I want to know is your background before all this flat earth stuff. Like, did you go to college? What did you do? And how did you end up at this point in your life?
Oh yeah, I mean, I live in where are you located? Are you in Dublin?
My t-shirt actually says Dublin, but I'm in Kilkenny. It's just south of
Okay.
Dublin.
All right. So I live on the East Coast in the USA, right outside of New York, in a very nice area. And they call it the East Coast Beverly Hills. And I went to high school. I went to college, graduated college, went into corporate America. Worked in a couple different industries for a while and started my own business after that. Did that for 5, 6 years or maybe a little longer. And then I dropped it all to talk to people like you.
How disappointed for you.
No, this is very satisfying. I couldn't be happier. Life is amazing. And even with all the insanity going on in the world, I'm having a great time.
Yeah. So you say you dropped your kind of would say real job, kind of that's what people would say to do this kind of thing. But is there a way of doing this and being able to make a living for you?
Well, I seem to have found a way. Are you familiar with my app?
Yeah, yeah. We
So,
talked about the
so
app last time.
yeah, so the app I actually made as a tool for myself, just when I'm talking to people, explaining flat Earth one to one in person, and I made it so I can show people. And every time I show somebody, they go, "Wow, where can I get that app?" And I didn't even have it in the store. I just had it on what's called Test Flight. Um, and so then I decided to put it in the store, and I had it for free. Then I realized people were like, hey, add this. Great. We just kept coming up with more ideas, which cost money. So I said, you know what? Let me see if people are willing to pay $3 for it. And they were. And the app just keeps getting better and better. So it came a time where, I had started my own company with a couple partners and we were doing phenomenal. The company still is, uh, doing really well. And I just had this calling, with what's going on in the world to do something. I have to say something. And I would say the time constraints conflicted with running a business. So I looked for a sign and I got two major signs that just said, do it. And it was scary, but I decided not to be scared and just do it. And it's working out well. I mean, the app is the talk of the town. It's waking up people. I just literally yesterday got back from a Flat Earth conference in South Carolina called Flattoberfest, and
Good man.
and half the people there were there because of the app. They found it. They found people on the app. They found new friends. So it's very, very fulfilling what I'm doing, and I really couldn't be any happier.
Do you remember the exact moment when you said, fuck the job, this is what I'm going to do?
Yeah, it was kind of building up, and my partners. I had one silent partner who was neutral and everything. The other one, the active partner, and myself. We kind of had different ideas on things, and he's what I call a normie, which is a normal person. I guess I'm the crazy person, and he didn't like some of the fields I was researching, and he wanted to just he wanted to make the business bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the problem with the world. Everyone's like, it's not enough. You have to make more money than the year before. You have to make more money than the year before, and that just creates a horrible capital system. Um, so I was just not feeling it. And then with all the stuff that's going on in the world, I was thinking how this important message about flat Earth. And for those of you that don't know, flat Earth is more important than anything you're seeing because it's the foundation of everything that's happening in the world right now. And we can get into that if you want. But I I literally was walking into work one day and I said, "Give me a sign, God, give me a sign." Never really asked God for a sign, but I asked for a sign, and I got two major signs within a very short period of time that day that literally told me to walk away. And then I was resisting because, I grew up where you go to school, you go to college, get a degree, you work in corporate America, and you work your way up the corporate ladder. That's the goal.
Yeah.
I actually got out of corporate America and started my own company. I was the CEO of my own company, which it's like I never even fathomed that I could do that. When I was a kid, the word entrepreneur was such a crazy word. Like, oh, entrepreneur, that's so out there. Well, I became an entrepreneur. I built this business and it was doing great. And to walk away from all of that success is insanity in a normie's mind. But I walked away from it all and I allowed what I call the universe, not the way we think it in a heliocentric model, to guide me. Just like, hey, trust your intuition, trust your instincts. I did it, and it's just amazing what's going on right now. So that's good.
Can you tell me what those two things were?
I knew you were going to ask that. So I was in the commercial solar power industry where we were commercial solar power developers. And when I say commercial solar power, we're talking about large scale projects that go on top of big buildings, not homes. And we'd also do homes, but I hated doing homes because homes, you have to deal with the husband and the wife, and it's still the same number of permits and all of the stuff for a little tiny job that makes you a little tiny bit of money. And versus doing a big job, it's just so much better and it takes less. It's just way more profitable. And that's what we're in business for. You're in business to, help people and make profits, of course. So I walk into the office that day, literally 2 minutes after I said, show me a sign. And my partner says, oh, we're doing a residential job. And I'm like, who? And he goes, I'm going to say it in a way without saying it because I don't want anything to happen. A presidential family that's known for killing many, many people. Okay. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say it. We're doing their home. Okay. Who's theorized for killing many people, and I was like, that's the sign. I go, that's the freaking sign. I said, could you give me something else? Literally. Right. And maybe a couple hours later, or maybe it was the next day. I can't remember. I think it was a couple hours later. My partner says, hey, by the way, all the commercial roofs that we have systems on that we have, lease control over, we're putting up 5G. We're leasing out 5G antennas.
Okay.
And if you know anything about 5G, that's literally like, and I was like, okay, I got it. I'm out. I'm out. And I left.
And that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Still
a great company. It's still a great company, and I still get calls. And anybody that wants commercial solar, I send them that way.
Yeah. What other interests do you have, like apart from this? Like, how do you fill out your days? Are you just doing interviews like all the time? I see you do so many.
I am doing interviews all the time, and I'm doing different things. My mission is not to make money. It's not about making money. It's about waking people up. Because when I see what happens when people wake up to the flat earth, their whole life changes. Everything changes for the better. Some things like, oh my God, my best friend in my life just disowned me. Well, it's for the better. Okay. It really is. I don't, there's people I've lost in my life, which, that's their journey and it seemed horrible, but I've gained a whole new family of friends and stuff. At this conference, there was probably half the people there were new people since the last conference. So it is working, and the joy I get out of seeing people wake up. I just added the friend finder on my app, which shows you where all the other flat earthers are. And then also now I just implemented group messaging. So somebody can send out to everybody within like 50 kilometers, whatever distance they select, and send out a message. Hey, we're having a meetup at, Joe's Pizzeria tomorrow at 4. And then everyone all of a sudden knows. What happens is we do meetups, and we'll put out YouTube videos and we'll put them on Facebook, and then we'll have it, and then we always hear like, oh man, that was just right near me. I didn't know about it. Well, now you have the app, you get a push notification. There's a meetup happening. It's happening all together. People are getting married because of this app, right? People and here's the funny thing is, you go out to a pub or to a park or whatever, and you always hope to meet somebody. And this world is about making friends and finding relationships, male, female, romantic or just platonic, doesn't matter. It's all about finding people, like-minded people to be friends with. Wealth is friendship. And on the app, all the blue dots, every single one of them, you have more in common with that person than any dating site could ever match you up with. It's amazing what's going on. There's people now using it that are hiring other people, like people that have companies that need to hire someone. They tap on some dots. They're like, hey, I'm looking for an employee for this. Are you interested? Because you know something about those blue dots. They're smart because they figured out the globe lie. You know where they are, so they're in the right proximity for the job. And third thing is, flat earthers are very honest, right? I always say if I dropped a roll of $100 bills without any ID on it at the conference, somebody would find out that it's mine and bring it back to me, right? That, you can't say that really at many places. So they're all good people, and it's an amazing, amazing journey. So that motivates me. Outside of flat earth, I love boating. I'm on the water a lot. I'm a kite surfer. I'm a snowboarder. I haven't been snowboarding lately, but I have what's called a one wheel. It's one wheel on a surfboard, and you go on the road. It's like snowboarding on the road. Fun stuff like that. A little bit of fishing. I am never bored because we're always learning new things. We just drove 12 hours to this conference, had a great time, met a lot of new friends. So love being outdoors, and I love talking to people about things that blow their minds.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've been out in public and somebody that you don't know has recognized you from doing your videos, and what kind of stories do you have about something like that?
Well, it's starting to happen more and more. I was recognized a couple of years ago. Some guys crossing the street is like, Dave Weiss, boom. That's like, oh wow, a local flat earther. But now there's local flat earthers everywhere. People, I'm being noticed more and more. I was getting on an airplane right at the beginning of this COVID stuff that's going on, and as I was going on, this is just when they're starting the face mask thing, and I wasn't going to wear a mask, and the gate, the woman checking the boarding passes looks at me and she goes, "Behave yourself, DITRH," which is my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So she knew who I was. Now, people are like, "Oh, I'm on a list. They know who I am." No, she saw my videos. She's probably a flat earther, right? So it was interesting. Or maybe I was on a list and she was doing that. But again, this whole awakening, it changes you to the point where you're no longer afraid. There's really nothing to be afraid of. They want you to be afraid because that creates fear, and it creates the negative energy that they feed off of. This is an energetic spiritual war. And if you're not afraid and you realize that nobody can take your power away, you're more powerful.
If we're talking demographics and not too much into detail, how many countries do you reckon, how many people from different countries have this app?
Allow me to share my screen.
Okay.
Here it is. So you can see that, right?
Yeah.
So this is the app. If I go into the friend finder, so here is just it just populates what's within that circle. So this is just the corner of America. I can pop up the map here and
go into Ireland.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland. You got some flat earthers over there.
Wow.
Right? Look at this. You zoom in. These are all flat earthers. Now, check this out. There's 28,000 blue dots on my map. I have over 150,000 app users. My app is in the hands of probably less than 1% of the people that know the earth is flat.
Wow.
Okay. So if I go out of here and you want to see the world a little different, if I go into the web button and I click the full map view, this is a web view of the map. and you can kind of see where the clusters are. I mean, this is the USA.
Oh yeah, very busy there.
Yeah, and it's growing. Australia, there's more than you realize as you zoom in. Like if I go over to New Zealand, where's New Zealand? You zoom in and you realize there's dots on top of dots on top of dots.
Yeah.
So there's people everywhere, and these are the people that haven't turned the feature off. I mean, you can go into the feature and say turn it off.
GPS is it, yeah.
And then you're off you're off the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a test version here, so there we go. So, there we go, and I crashed the test version. That works perfect. So yeah, there's people all over the place, and it's growing really fast. And when you're out there alone, I'm pretty brave, but when I'm with somebody else, I'm 1,000 times more brave. So people just meeting up, like when I first did it, and I had maybe 150 people testing it. We didn't even launch the friend finder yet. Like friends are like, oh my God, there's somebody 2 blocks down the road from me that they never knew. Now they're best friends, right? One of my best friends I found, through this activism, found me. It was actually just before the friend finder, but I found another guy right in my town. I'm like, hey, he's a mile from me. Bam, we met for coffee the other day. Awesome guy, right? So again, I'm using their technology to bring us together where they're trying to separate us in every way possible.
Yeah. Who's the most difficult type of person to convince that the Earth is flat?
Well, there's just people that don't want to learn. I mean, there's out there what we call globe trolls. They may be paid. They may just be just damaged people that will just go out there and just make up stuff and try to screw us up. But there's, we have photographs and whistleblowers from there's complete warehouses of people on computers that have troll accounts that are just there to troll us. Like if this is going to go on YouTube, there's going to be a couple trolls that will show up right away and start commenting on everyone's comments.
It happened last time.
Yeah, they have zero content on their channel most of the time, or just some really stupid videos.
When I went back on, when you click on their profile, it shows where else they've been commenting, and guess what? They've been commenting on all your videos saying
imagine if there was somebody on YouTube talking about something that you really hated, and you spent every single day for the last 5 years watching every one of their videos. That's crazy. Like if someone's on the internet that I don't like, I don't even know they're there. I don't even care because I'm not interested. So these guys, these are paid shills. Some of them are even just bots. So I just block the hell out of them. So
more views for you.
I don't even care. I don't care about views like that. I don't care about the number. I do a lot of small shows that think the Earth is a globe because I'm talking to globe audience. I could go on a flat Earth channel and there's thousands of people watching. They're all flat earthers. Okay, that's fun. We're exchanging some information. We're all learning something new. That's great. Maybe learning something new. I can go on a channel that has 100 subs and they're all 100 loyal subs. Well, now I just woke up those 100 subs. For example, Owen Benjamin, who had a big audience, he thought flat Earth was the dumbest thing ever, but he's a smart guy. He had me on, and literally inside of a day, he figured it out, and so all of his audience now knows that the Earth is not a spinning space ball.
Do you like having the arguments with people?
I love it's not. I don't even call it an argument because when you get somebody that thinks flat Earth is stupid, truly thinks it's stupid, and it isn't a troll, they have a couple of things in common. One, their idea of what flat Earth is a pre-programmed disk in space, rising through the air, all of this stuff, and they don't even know their own model. Right? We have Austin from Wits It Gets It, who's been traveling the country for I think almost a year now, and he goes to cities and he stands there on a soapbox and talks to people. He whips out $100. He goes, those of you that think I'm stupid, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. If you get them right, about your model, the ball. And if you get them right, you win $100. And the first question is, how many times does the Earth spin in one day? Right? Easiest question ever. Most of the people don't even know it. Right? He hasn't lost $100 yet because, people defend the ball. They don't even know what the ball is. And they ridicule flat Earth because they have a misconception of what it is. Right? So I enjoy talking to the people that think they're so smart that haven't looked into it. Those are the best. Because if they're willing to listen, they flip. But sometimes you go on a show with really low intelligent people, or they're just paid trolls, or troll fanboys. I don't even know. I think they're literally soulless. I don't necessarily not enjoy that, and because sometimes those shows wake up the most people because they go like, "Wow, this guy Weiss is making a lot of sense." And this guy is an idiot with his arguments. I mean, it's unbelievable. One of them, there's a guy, read something, he's got this long hillbilly beard. And it was so horrible, but it woke up more people than anything. It went viral, that video. And it just helped people see, how ridiculous the globe is. I have, 3 Bitcoin. I offer 3 Bitcoins for 1 proof of the globe. And you just take the Flat Earth app challenge. You watch the video every day for 2 weeks, and then you ask if you have a proof, you send it to me, and you win 3 Bitcoins. I also have another one. You get 100 Bitcoins if you can think of something dumber than the heliocentric model. Okay? Something dumber than the heliocentric model. There is nothing dumber than the heliocentric model.
I might have something for you.
Go ahead.
Nothing to do with space. You want something dumber.
Yeah.
How about a glass door with a spy hole?
Nah. Not dumber. That's funny.
It was worth a try.
Yeah.
I've got a few quick fire questions for you here. They're just one word answers. Cannabis legalization, yes or no?
I don't think anything should be illegal or legal. Anyone should be able to do whatever they want. And cannabis is a medicine. People abuse cheeseburgers and die because of the abuse of cheeseburgers. So you might as well make cheeseburgers illegal. Cannabis, our body has cannabinoid receptors. Cannabis it can be used for so many different things. Making it illegal is absolute insanity. So should it be regulated? Yeah, regulate yourself. I don't think we need government to tell us what to do.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Coke or Pepsi?
I would rather get a vaccine.
Death by fire or water?
Oh. I'm not going to answer that one.
Vaccines or no vaccines?
I'm not going to answer that one either.
Live in the city or live on your own island?
Live in the city or live on my own island? Absolutely.
I can't even remember what the last one I wrote down here. There we go. Oh, yes. It was endless money or 100% flat earth belief in the world.
100% flat earth belief. It's not about money.
Yes,
it's about
you already touched on that.
Yeah, if people wake up to the flat earth, you become a better person. You understand that you are the center of creation. You understand the power that you truly have, and the world would unite. And when you're all united, all of this stuff goes away. All of the things that they've convinced us are real, like we're running out of water, nonsense. There's infinite water. We're running out of food, ridiculous. Every family could live on a 1/4 acre in Texas. Every family of the world could live in Texas, and you could all grow your own food all year long. Okay, stick a seed in the ground, water will fall from the sky, and food will come out of the ground. There's no food shortage. There's just people don't understand where food even comes from, right? So the world is in a crazy predicament right now, and what's going on is it makes me laugh. It's so insane.
Yeah, I'm coming over to the States next year for the first time to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh, really?
And a couple of guys as well coming over, and
if the airlines are still flying.
Yeah, we were discussing that, and I said, right, I'm going to have to get the vaccine because I will not get into America without the vaccine. So went and got the vaccine. Doesn't seem to be working worldwide. That's a whole other story anyway. But the reason I got it was to go to WrestleMania because I think things are going to be strict.
Wow. That's all I can say about that is wow.
Yeah. But that's the way it's going to be in the States, isn't it?
Well, Biden came out and said he's mandating everybody gets the vax by whatever date, and then the media ran with it, but he never did an executive order. He never did any legislation. Nothing was ever done. He just said it, and the media ran with it. There is no mandate. There is no orders. There is nothing about it. So people are just doing it because they're choosing to do it because they're afraid. I will not get it, and I have not put on a mask. That's it. And I'm doing fine. I go shopping. I was just in the post office, right? And and a big sign on the store, must mask. Walk in there, no problem. They take care of me. I'm out.
Yeah. If you were to convince, just as we wrap up here today, someone that to believe in flat Earth, what would you say to them right now?
You feel like you're spinning? There's not one thing. If you have time, you show them that that we can see too far. You show them what they believe. They believe in this spinning, spiraling. We're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. This is a good one. Spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. That's faster than the speed of sound. So when you watch the sunset, it's not because the sun's going down. It's because you're falling over backwards faster than the speed of sound. Okay, falling over fast. We're orbiting at 66,600 miles an hour, right? So what I say to that is, you don't even understand how fast that is, and the speed is basically incomprehensible. Here's the hypersonic sled, Mach 8.6. Watch it. You won't even be able to see it. It's going by a Mach 8.6. Ready? There it goes. Show you again. You have to believe that we're orbiting the sun in an elliptical pattern, speeding up and slowing down around 10 times faster than that. And then we're chasing the sun 90 times faster than that. Okay. All of that is going on in elliptical orbits, speeding up, slowing down. All of that's happening. And we have lakes that appear to be perfectly still. Mirrored lakes. You know why it's still? You know why it's still. It's still because we're not moving. That's it. I mean, every proof, you only need one proof of flat Earth. And there's hundreds and hundreds of them. There's zero of globe Earth, and that's provable because I still have my 3 Bitcoins.
Yeah. Well, we went into that in greater detail on our first video, which I will link in the description of this one. But I just wanted to kind of get you on and have a chat where you don't kind of have to do your diagrams. I know you showed a few things there, but they were in relation to the questions. And I really enjoyed that little chat there. Thanks a million.
All right, man. Thanks. See ya.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Bye-bye.